Great ride out of this morning in one of the 250C classes. Got a whole shot and everything. Took a 9th place position, and Adam Johnson rounded out the top 10. So as we look down onto the starting line, these riders are poised and ready to strike that first turn and roll toward that Bell Helmets Whole Shot Award. The revs are up and the gate is down. I don't know if you saw that, but the guy dropping the gate jumped up and hit that thing with both feet. I thought that was pretty cool. Whole shot going to go to Husqvarna rider Tristan Pullen. Pullen out of Placefield, California on the number 35. We saw him.
Number 2 spot in the first moto, so great way to start it off. He's trying to take the number 1 spot going into moto number 3. So we'll Pullen with 73 right behind him. And that is going to be
Adam Johnson. Johnson took the 10th place position there in moto number 1. So looks like we got a lot of jockeying to get taken care of here before the conclusion of this first lap.
Matthew Kressler, he did not finish inside of the top 10 the first moto, and he is back there in the 3rd spot. Or excuse me, he is all the way up. He has passed into the number 2 spot. So Kressler not having such a good first moto, but coming out hot here in moto number 2, all the way up in the 2nd spot on that Kawasaki.
So leading through the Sandy Sweeper turn, the moguls are starting to grow here late in the day. Sand rollers, if you will. Is that a flash bulb or is that lightning? Please say it's a flash bulb.
I hope so. If that's a little bit of lightning, I'd suggest all the kiddos out of the creek. Oh no, we have a rider down.
Oh, that's the early leader. That's Tristan Pullum, and he's down again. He can't quite get that machine. He literally threw his leg over the bike and then fell back down. There must be something more going on there than what he originally thought. You can see by the anguish on that rider that there is something going on. Something happened there on that little get-off.
Possibly someone may have clipped him on the way by. That's going to put Matthew Kressler out in the lead.
Kressler running on the number 53 machine. How did he do that first moto?
Kressler, let's see.
He took an 18th in moto number 1. So, wow. There you go. There's the inconsistencies that we talk about. And we talked about people not even placing in a top 3 or maybe only one time throughout the entire week and still able to pull off. I think I've seen a couple of 6th place finishes and a win take a championship a couple of years ago.
Oh, it looks like he has gone down. Matthew Kressler has gone down over in the trees. And that's going to put Luis Macias in the lead on the TM. So TM out front. We've seen a TM out front multiple times this week with Ty Masterpool in that Super Mini class. But it looks like we might have another shakeup on the lead because number 73, Adam Johnson, placed 10th in moto number 1. He's fighting back for a chance at the lead.
Well, Macias, I believe he, in moto number 1, the 79 machine, took 4th, if memory serves me correct, as we check down the list here. Yes, a 4th place position on the TM machine. And this is going to set him up nicely. Woo, just got past, though, so that still doesn't take him out of the running for a championship. When we take a look at that 73 machine of Adam Johnson, he's looking at as well, trying to position himself up through the ranks as much as possible, too.
So a 10-1 score right now as it sits early on in this one for Adam Johnson. Really rebounding good in this second moto. Let's try to find out where our moto number 1 winner was, and he is all the way back in 6th place. That would be Stockton Steinbo on the 41 Yamaha. You got to think that he has made his way further through the field by the time he comes across the stripe, and he sure has. He's all over your leader right now. That's Steinbo, 41 on the Yamaha. He's trying to track down the 73 Adam Johnson. So Steinbo, he burned through some guys that last lap around.
From 6th place up to 2nd, now challenging for the lead as we go over the Tunnel of Love, now heading down toward the world-famous Loretta Lynn billboard. Now you got to watch the lines that Steinbaugh's using right now. Used the smoothest line in front of that billboard, went to the extreme inside, riding the apron basically, right on the very edge of the racetrack.
like Steinbo's strategy on here, just kind of trying to go wherever the competition isn't. It's very hard to pass somebody when you're in the same line as them. So we'll see if Steinbo tries to go inside. And he sure does. He's going to try to collect that inside line for the Ten Commandments. But Johnson going to make that outside line work well for him. He's going to distance out a little bit further on Steinbo. So Johnson, even though he was all the way back in the 10th spot, Rodney, in Moto number 1, out front leading this one.
Yeah, and you know, we expected and anticipated, and we always do in the 250C class, but we even made note throughout the entire week that we could see all these motos turn out a little differently than what those first motos did, just simply because of start picks and things like that. We have recognized that a little bit. I don't know necessarily what caused things to be as wild and crazy and exciting as what they are right now in this second moto for these riders, but it is creating a very fun race to watch. And Steinbo, as we said, is second. Macias is still in third on that TM. But Rylan Bly, that's a rider that kind of impresses me. We saw him. He didn't have as strong a showing in Moto number 1 in this class. Got a 9th place position, but he had a stronger run this morning, if you recall, in one of the other 250C classes that he was participating in.
Adam Johnson, our leader, I'm sorry to cut in front of you there, Rodney. Johnson, our leader, has gone down, and he was kind of a little bit of a bad spot right there on the face of the jump. But let's see if he's got up and running again. He has. He's back up and running, and he looks to be in around the 7th spot. So Johnson, good thing he's able to get back up and rejoin the race, but that puts Stockton Steinbo, our Moto number 1 winner, in the lead. If he can take this one home, that gives him perfect Moto scores leading into Moto number 3. And it looks like that is probably going to be what happens in this one, because Steinbo has proven in this 250C class to be the guy to beat. Guys on Racer TV, they're still following Adam Johnson back in 6th place, and I guarantee you he is going to continue to charge to the field. So not a bad idea putting the camera on him, because he will be the battle as he tries to get his way past Mason Meyer, Matthew Kressler, and Luis Macias. Try to get himself back up on the podium before this thing ends. We're back on the 41 Yamaha, Stockton Steinbo. Man, talk about making it easy. At the end of the day, putting in work. If he can take this one home, he's probably only has, I would say, another 3 or 4 laps to go in this one before he is going to just have a great sleep tonight, knowing that he put work today on the 250C limited class. A lot of these guys will end up racing, Rodney. They'll end up racing multiple classes on one day, and then actually some of these guys will have a complete day off of racing and not even have to go on the track. So
I wonder now, from experience in years past, have you ever been in that situation yourself, and do multiple motos on one day work out better with a day break, or would you rather actually just race maybe 1 moto a day throughout the entire week?
I would rather race 2 motos a day, because I always feel like if you're only going to ride for 20 minutes and one whole day, you're just getting warmed up. Exactly. So if anything, I'd always like my class that I didn't have as good of a chance in, or maybe my tougher class, to be first, and the one I was really focusing on, hoping that would be second. That way I'd get warmed up for it and be ready to go. Right now, Matthew Kressler is getting all sorts of heat from the 79 on the TM, Luis Macias. But Macias trying to stay out of his line. Let's see if he's going to try to duck on the inside of him, and he makes the pass stick. So Macias getting around Kressler for that number 3 spot. Oh, Kressler's not done. Sticks it up the inside, and now he is there into the 10 Commandments, and it looks like Kressler has regained that final podium spot. And if you're a 125C rider or 250C or any class on top of that, the battle for the final spot on the podium is a big deal because you want to at least come home from the ranch with some hardware. And the last thing you want to do is give up a bronze medal late in the race. So Kressler trying to hold on to that number 3 spot, but Massey is still on that TM, being relentless, just going after him every chance he can get. Macias up the inside of Kressler through the sand. Can he make it stick at the end of the straightaway? Macias rear end stepping out just a little bit, but Kressler shuts him down on the inside. Both of these guys looking a little bit tired late in this moto. Macias back to the inside. They're going to be side by side over the jump, heading into the Kawasaki launch single before the sand. Let's see if Kressler can't make it happen on the outside in the sand sweeper. And he does. Macias does not shut down that inside line. And Kressler's going to be able to move up the inside of him. Oh, and Kressler goes to shut the line down. Ends up taking them both out. Wow, Rodney. Talk about some hot action in one. I think I seen
Adam Johnson maybe slip by there just a moment ago on the 73. Yes, he is. He's up to 3rd place now. So Stockton Steinball, your leader. Rylan Bly in 2nd. Adam Johnson up to 3rd. Now, Kressler does get back up into the 4th place position, but it looks like the 79 machine still struggling back there to get that machine refired and back into this race. Hard luck there for Luis Macias.
And the whole Italian
23rd place position, now all the way back to 25th. Heartbreaker.
The whole Italian community shocked and stunned at the result that just happened. TM, an Italian manufacturer, trying to make their splash in amateur motocross, but they are going to be out of podium contention in this one. Adam Johnson, though, our race leader, before going down, that was just what he needed to move himself back into a podium position. So Adam Johnson now is going to be tasting a little bit of bronze on the podium if he can keep this up. But Rylan Bly, he's still holding down that silver spot. And out front, guess who? It's Stockton Steinbow trying to go 1-1 late in the day here at Loretta Lynn's.
Check out our fastest lap logged in on lap number 5. It was by the 91 of Rene Rodriguez, a 2:08.413. This rider is all the way back in 21st place trying to work his way up through the pack. With a ride like that, we should see him move into a solid team position, but 2-lap card is out. It's going to be turned into a white flag here pretty soon, and Stockton Steinball, barring no issues, will have a Moto 2 win here with Bly in 2nd, Johnson going from 10th to 3rd place there from Moto 1 to Moto number 2.
I like that name, Rodney. Stockton Steinbach.
Yeah.
Stockton.
Is that maybe a future name for a Stockton Albertson, maybe?
Well, unless I can have the middle name be Steinbow as well, because I just like the way it flows. That's Stockton Steinbow. Yeah.
Stockton, Mike Brown, Steinbow.
Michael Brown.
David Pingree.
David Pingree Sipes. Our child's going to have 19 names. It's going to be amazing. I'd hate to go over to girls' names with you.
Douglas. For a girl?
For a girl. Oh. Douglas is a fabulous girl's name. So white flag is out. It's last lap around for Stockton Steinbow. Hottest name in motocross right now. Trying to make it 1-1 on the day, and he has a nice little cushion on Rylan Bly. Now, I have another name.
Check this out. Rodriguez just bested that lap at a 2:07.965. He was 21st place the last time around. Where is the 91 now? All the way up to 14th place position. This man is on. Wow, what happened to him in Moto 1? Where was he this entire moto till now?
That's what you got to love about the 250C classes. These kids are so incredibly nervous, and they haven't dealt with this amount of pressure in their entire life, that once they do finally relax and let the race start coming to them, you're never going to guess which one of these kids is actually the fastest guy going around the practice track, because these guys are all good. And just everybody. Performance anxiety is the hard part when it comes to the C class.
Yeah, I don't know what Renee's doing out there, but Rodriguez has a 2:07.9. He moves up on 21st to 14th place. Be interesting to see what he does on the final lap as we are in the closing moments for Stockton Steinball now rolling into the Thor Beach sweeper turn now. A mogul turn again as this, the only smooth line on this is up there. If you can ride the edge of the hay bales on the edge of the racetrack right now, that's the only smooth part of this racetrack is the very, very edge. Most anywhere. Every inch of this course has been utilized throughout this first couple of motos that we have been watching in this first couple of race days. One more race to go here today. There's
91 down. That's our fast lap guy, Rene Rodriguez.
Yeah, well, man, he probably was going to even best that. I don't know how many positions he lost when he went down. But there it is. Stockton Steinbach takes the win. Rylan Bly taking second. Looks like 37, Hunter Guarda having problems there. I don't know if he got together with Adam Johnson or not. Wow, he must have, because Matthew Kressler just come across in the third place position. We were watching some other things, missed that. Don't know what happened to Johnson. He's all the way back to 6th place now. So Kressler, he ends up finishing 3rd aboard the 53. Brandon Hubbard in 4th. Luke Wilson in 5th. Adam Johnson 6th. Tyler Jones 7th. Connor Fortune 8th. Hunter Cordua in the 9th place position. Jalen McCarty rounds out your top 10. And Rene Rodriguez, after the even going down, finished up that last lap with a 14th place position. So
wow.
Way to go, man, there late in the moto. Don't know what happened to him there in that first part of the moto, but he really was ripping there toward the end of that one. But Stockton Steinbach, Rylan Bly, Matthew Kressler, 1, 2, and 3 will be going to the podium to speak with Kevin Kelly at our Race Tech podium interviews. Once again, folks, as you are out here at the Loretta Lynn pits, we want to caution and remind you we still have weather in the area. We are being very blessed and very fortunate right now, as basically it's around us at this particular point. Dancing around is what Jeremy told me just a few moments ago. So make sure you keep an eye on the sky, and not only that to secure your easy ups and things like that, because this thing, if it happens, could come in quick. And I'm going to tell you, it's the likelihood that we are going to be receiving some sort of showers or something here pretty soon. If radar is any indication anyway. It's looking like it's right on top of us right now if you look at radar, maybe just a little to the north. But here we go to our winner's circle. Once again, the Race Tech podium interviews.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. We have the number 41 of Stockton Steinball. Put it around your head. Your trainer, Mitch Mashburn, still not happy with the start. But are you happy with the result, Mitch? We good? We good? All right. First place finish. Oh, yeah, Zach. Sorry. Great job. I just called you Mitch. So tell me about that ride. You obviously finished up in the number 1 spot. Take me through it.
Well, yeah, I got off to a pretty bad start, and first lap I was kind of sitting in it, and by the end of the third lap I think I was in the lead, and I just rode my own race and got the win.
How are we looking for the championship in this one?
We're going 1-1 so far, and we hope to do that again the next moto.
You got to avoid those early crazy first lap jitters, huh?
Oh, yes, sir.
Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my mom and dad, Performance Factory, my mechanic Trevor, Tim at Chorley Designs, Underground MX, Premier Plumbers of Texas, and Maximo Honda Yamaha.
Fantastic ride. Let's hear it. He's got a pair of 1. Stockton Steinball is your leader going into that third and final moto. 1-1 moto scores. Congratulations, bud. We'll bring up Rylan Bly. Come on up here, Rylan Bly, your second place finisher. He's going to get the silver medal. Spoke to him just a little bit ago. So these guys have only had a couple of hours maybe in between motos, maybe even less. Put that around your head. Folks, let's hear it for Rylan Bly. Another fantastic ride, Rylan.
Yeah.
Second place, you're pretty happy with your first trip down here. You've already visited the podium twice now.
Yeah, it's a pretty good feeling.
Right. You got anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Blackfoot Direct, Shift MX, Champ Factory, Adrian and Yannick. They helped me a lot to get up this level. My mom and dad, my grandparents.
Congratulations. It's Rylan Bly, ladies and gentlemen, your second place finisher. Smile, wave at everybody. Even though you're from Canada, we still like you, man. You're good. You're always welcome. All right. See if we can get struck by lightning here on this podium, this metal podium. Let's bring up our third place finisher, number 53, Matthew Kressler. Great work, Matthew. Man, he made a last lap late surge to get up here to finish up in the number 3 spot. How did you do it? Because I came down here thinking I was going to talk to Adam Johnson, and no, I'm talking to you. So tell me about it.
I seen they were about to go together in the last corner, so I just went around the outside. And
That's right. They did crash into each other. I did watch that. You just zipped right around and picked up the spot.
yeah, I had the lead the first 2 laps, but then went over inside roller and tipped over and dropped back to 5th or so, and then came back and fell again, actually.
So you fell twice, and you're still able to finish up 3rd.
Yeah.
Man, I love it. Who would you like to thank, Matthew?
The Exclusive Army, Poughkeepsie, my mom, my dad, my stepdad, my mechanic Nick, and my brother and Cody.
Fantastic ride. Folks, put your hands together for your podium, your third place finisher, Matthew Kressler. All right, Nick, we're going to bring up some folks from Lucas Oil. You guys you can all come up here. Mario, you're all a part of this. These guys are a big part of what we're doing up here. We wanted to get into something. I got my buddy Jason Witt. He's holding his child one-handed. He's freestyling with his kid. We got Rachel, and guess what? You guys are a big part of what we're doing here, and we love what you do. We love what you bring to the track, and it's your birthday. It is your birthday, and we have to sing happy birthday. So that's what we're up here for. We're not even here to talk about anything else. So the guys have been working. These guys seriously have been practicing for a good hour. I did not know Rodney Tomlin is going to sing along with Ehab and the rest of the boys up in the tower. So without further ado, take it away up in the booth, a cappella, happy birthday to Rachel. Ehab?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Wow, Tim Cotter, you nailed it, man. Tim coming up. Also, Ehab helping us out there, man. Nice little quartet, guys. Thanks a lot, man. Me and Jimmy been working on that all day. Didn't know you guys were that great at backup singers, man.
Tim was in the 90s boy band Front Street, and you can tell. You can tell. His voice is amazing. Coming up here, throwing it down for Rachel Witt. Happy birthday to Lucas Oil's Rachel Witt. She is a huge part of this racing family. We hope the best for her on her special day.
No doubt about that.
We still got plus 30s left.
Yeah, we sure do. And I don't know what's going on. We just, as Kevin mentioned on the podium there just a moment ago, we did have a lightning strike there just outside the area. It looks like probably a couple of miles away from where we are right now. And I am under the assumption that we are on a holding pattern at this point. So, and we also suggest that racers and fans and families find cover at this particular point, just in case. We don't know what the weather is actually going to do, but with lightning storms and things like that, we don't want to take any unnecessary risks. So we suggest that you take cover at this particular point, and when we can resume racing here in about 30 minutes, we'll be sure and let you know. So we're going to have a tight holding pattern for the next few minutes. So we ask that you just kind of sit back with us, stand by, and we'll keep you posted on what's going on. Again, only one strike that we have received. That happened at 6:30, so we'll know more by 7 if we've had no more lightning. And it doesn't look like anything's going to happen. We'll be able to resume racing. So kind of stand by for that right now, folks. And, again, safety precautions. I know that we just want to make sure that all of our riders and everyone involved here are very as much as we possibly can, keep folks as safe as we possibly can. And one thing is get inside someplace, get out of the outside, go in your campers, hang out for a little bit, and take cover. We'll know more about what the weather's going to do here in just a few moments.